service. Good evening.
These are the Hickory Hound's news and views.
This is the Hickory Hound's news and views for July the 27th, 2025. This week's news and views asks the hard question: are we moving with purpose or just drifting politely toward decline? The reflection opens the door. It challenges us to learn from our past failures, like how we were slow to react to global trade changes, and warns that we may be doing the same thing again when it comes to artificial intelligence. While the rest of the world moves towards integration, training, and infrastructure, our region still feels hesitant, maybe even dismissive, but that hesitation has a cost. Tuesday's article tackled the digital divide head-on. Over 13,000 households in our area still lack consistent internet access. That's not just a tech issue, that's a civic failure. Without digital access, there is no path into the modern economy. No chance to learn the skills that matter, no way to keep up. Thursday's piece dove into housing costs. In a region where median wages haven't budged, we now see home values rising beyond the reach of working families. This isn't just a market fluctuation, it's a threat to our community fabric. People can't stay rooted if they can't afford to live here. Together, these pieces reveal a deeper truth. Hickory's not just short on effort, it's short on direction. There are good people working hard, but we're not rowing in the same direction. The signals are there. Change is coming. The question is whether we'll shape it or let it shape us. This isn't about chasing trends. It's about having the courage to align our energy around the things that matter and building a place where people want to stay, invest, and grow. We can't afford to be late again. Now to Rachel AI.
This week's ground level report brings us a series of tangible shifts underway across the Hickory region. These aren't projections or what ifs. They're happening now, reshaping the fabric of community life in real time. We begin with the expansion of Anytime Fitness, now opening a new location near Valley Hills Mall. It may not dominate headlines, but this development signals a steady uptick in lifestyle and wellness demand. In a post-pandemic era, the arrival of national fitness franchises suggests suburban and professional populations are once again investing in personal health and seeking localized convenience to do it. Next, Whataburger is preparing to open its highly anticipated location in Hickory. Originally slated for summer 2025, the launch is already altering local dining dynamics. These franchises don't come to towns they don't believe in. This arrival indicates new consumer momentum and greater brand confidence in the broader Foothills region. In civic culture, we highlight the ongoing Young Adult Fellowship and Entrepreneurial Night, hosted monthly by ORY Center and the Carolinas LGBT Chamber. These recurring meetups are small in scale, but big in meaning. They provide a rare platform for mentorship, creative ideation, and early-stage business networking among local young professionals. Meanwhile, in downtown Hickory, a quiet revival is underway. New businesses like Cowsake, Cranford BBQ, and City Walk Brewing are drawing foot traffic back into Ridgeview and the Ollie Art Walk corridor. While modest in appearance, this early-stage retail and cultural expansion signals placemaking at work, a revitalization that extends beyond the main square. Also noteworthy, the increased activity of Hickory young professionals, including joint events with Burke County emerging leaders. These mixers reflect a maturing ecosystem, one where the next generation of civic and business leaders is beginning to build bonds, forge ideas, and claim space. Now to the early signal report, our look at emerging developments that haven't yet made the front page, but quietly suggest larger trends in the making. What separates communities that lead from those that follow? Often it's not money, it's not even talent, it's awareness. The ability to detect quiet shifts before they become obvious, and act before the curve, not after. This week's early signal report highlights 5 subtle but significant trends emerging in Catawba County. These aren't headlines. They're breadcrumbs, indicators of where things might be headed if the right decisions are made. First, we're seeing grassroots micro-marketing take shape. Bench ads at Lake Hickory and other hyperlocal placements are starting to pop up in Facebook groups. Small businesses are improvising visibility in ways that signal demand, competition, and creativity at the street level. Second, the Chamber of Catawba County has begun actively spotlighting local businesses, over 130 of them, on platforms like Instagram, urging local shopping. This isn't just PR, It's the start of a more strategic consumer engagement ecosystem. Third, we learned that a planned AI readiness study was canceled due to poor participation. That's a warning sign. Local firms aren't tuned into what's coming, and if they stay disengaged, we'll be playing catch-up again. Fourth, at the 2024 Chamber Summit, leaders from across the region began charting a strategic approach to AI and talent resilience. The talk is happening, but execution is lagging. Still, it's a start. And finally, the county's new strategic budget includes branding and marketing as a top economic development priority. That's an institutional signal that visibility is now part of the long game. Together, these signals tell a story. Hickory doesn't lack possibility, it lacks tuning. But if we stay alert and align energy with opportunity, we won't just notice trends. We'll shape them.
We're seeing momentum on the ground, new developments, growing events, even early tech infrastructure taking shape. But there's a difference between motion and readiness. You can build trails, open restaurants, even break ground on data centers, and still miss the bigger opportunity if your institutions and businesses aren't tuned in. That's the crossroads Hickory now faces. The signals are here, but if we don't train our ear to the ground and act early, we'll be forced to catch up later at a higher cost with fewer rewards. That's what this week's feature is about. When it comes to AI, robotics, and other advanced technologies, the world is moving fast, and once again, Hickory is lagging behind. That's the hard truth. Our community, rich in tradition and rooted in resilience, has a history of reacting late to big changes. We saw it with NAFTA and the WTO. We saw it with the collapse of manufacturing. And now we're watching it happen again with artificial intelligence and the digital economy. This isn't a story about gadgets or robots. It's about jobs. It's about wealth. It's about whether a young person here has to leave to find a future. And right now, the answer is yes, because we've made no serious investment in the infrastructure, training, or local business development to meet this moment. We don't have to be Silicon Valley, but we do need to be awake. This week's feature article lays out clearly. Hickory's civic institutions have failed to prioritize AI readiness, digital literacy, or entrepreneurial cultivation. Meanwhile, over 13,000 households in the metro still don't have the consistent access to high-speed internet. If that doesn't change, neither will anything else. We're not lacking good people. We're lacking strategic coordination, follow-through, and the courage to lead rather than follow. That's what makes the difference between decline and renewal. In closing, if this message hits home, then I ask one thing: speak up. Let me know where you stand. Share this issue with someone who needs to see it. The only way we fix this is together, and it starts by turning words into clear action. This platform's here to help chart that course. So if you believe in this region's future, now's the time to make it known. Thanks for listening to News and Views. We're not just covering the story. We're here to help people shape the future. So until next time, as the Stoic lives, so shall we. Let's stay sharp, stay grounded, stay focused, and keep your eyes